Around the world, close to 1/3 of adults, or 1.7 billion adults, are still unbanked. This means that they do not use banks or financial institutions at all.
About half of the unbanked people include women, and lower income households in rural areas are out of the workforce.
In Belize, almost 3 out of every 10 of us are unbanked. While this is close to the regional average, it suggests significant room for improvement.
Statistics also show that in rural communities, 6 out of 10 Belizeans need improved basic financial knowledge.
You may know what an ATM is, but can you imagine life without ever needing to find one? Think about that for a second.
Today, with technology, you can complete banking on your cell phone. Imagine how unlikely that possibility was 10 years ago.
Have you ever thought about expanding your business but didn't know how to write that business proposal that would guarantee you a loan?
Have you ever needed money in a hurry to deal with medical expenses or school fees and had to beg family or friends for help?
Financial institutions and agencies in Belize offer a number of ways to help you out of these situations, but you need to be a part of the financial system in order to enjoy these benefits. Hello, I am Brian Duncan.
And I am Nicole Usher.
And we work at the Central Bank of Belize. We are your hosts as we talk about financial inclusion.
Have you ever heard of it? After seeing this video, we hope you will understand it much more.
Financial inclusion is a term used to describe the provision of savings and loan services to everyone, regardless of age, gender, or wealth, in an inexpensive and easy-to-use form. It includes opening of a bank or credit union account for those that have never had one, no matter where they are located geographically.
The main goal is making sure everyone has access to formal financial services, especially for those people who currently depend on informal means for their financial needs. It also includes financial education to equip Belizeans with the capability to improve his or her livelihood through sound financial decisions.
In a financially inclusive country, every Belizean and micro, small, and medium business will know how to use a range of quality, affordable financial services, paving the way for a better, brighter future.
It is often said, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the opportunity for growth. In Belize, the challenge is making financial services accessible at affordable costs to all individuals and businesses. Simply put, financial inclusion attempts to address and offer solutions to the barriers that prevent people from participating and benefiting from convenience of using financial products and services.
Financial inclusion is a building block of economic development, as financial services are essential for individuals and businesses to manage financial lives. It encourages economic growth, reduces income inequality, and can help lift households out of poverty.
What I want to buy piece of land for set up my own shop.
With all crime and violence, I wish we taximan could make our money, do our business without any problem.
I wake up early, I work hard. I wish I have an easier way to grow my business.
Man, I have a hard time budgeting and saving money my parents can afford to give me. I wish schools had financial literacy in the curriculum.
Today's policymakers responsible for making new rules or laws recognize the need to improve the lives of our people and feel that financial inclusion will help achieve that goal. As a result, the Central Bank of Belize, together with the Government of Belize through the Ministry of Finance, have partnered with key public and private stakeholders to define actions to increase financial inclusion.
According to the OECD International Network on Financial Education, financial literacy is a combination of awareness, knowledge, skill, attitude, and behavior necessary to make sound financial decisions and ultimately achieve individual financial well-being. Higher rates of financial literacy and greater access to useful and affordable financial products and services will lead to greater levels of financial inclusion.
Financial inclusion is tied to the nation's Sustainable Development Goals, the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. Financial inclusion addresses global challenges faced, such as poverty, inequality, and prosperity, in order to leave no one behind. Financial inclusion is an important tool for poverty reduction and economic prosperity.
Financial inclusion forms a building block of economic development, is essential for individuals and businesses to manage financial lives, day-to-day expenses, long-term goals, inconsistent income, or unexpected emergencies. It allows access to transaction accounts, opens up a pathway to broader financial inclusion more efficiently and safely, access funds to invest in the future, and cope with economic shocks. It enables participation in the digital economy and is a support for digital development too.
To better understand the challenges of financial inclusion in our country, the Central Bank of Belize, in collaboration with the Statistical Institute of Belize, conducted a financial inclusion survey in April of 2019. These are some of the key findings of that survey.
Saving helps individuals smooth consumption, cope with economic shocks, and make important investments.
The use of new technologies and innovations can transform the financial services landscape with access terms, quality, and affordability of payment services.
Financial literacy is already part of the national curriculum for primary schools. The goal is to make all children financially literate.
With technical assistance from the World Bank and in concert with the government of Belize, the public and private sectors, and financial institutions, the central bank started laying the groundwork for a national financial inclusion strategy in 2017.
Belize's strategy is based on a structured financial inclusion framework with core enabling foundations and key drivers to address the identified gaps that act as barriers to the inclusion of all segments of society in the financial system. The Nfis defines policy areas to achieve the established vision. Enabling foundations to expand financial access and inclusion in Belize include public and private sector commitment,
encouraging sustained public and private sector involvement and collaboration in building a robust financial system,
legal and regulatory environment and supervisory capacity.
Appropriate laws and regulations are in place to facilitate access, innovation, competition, as well as stability, with corresponding capacity of authorities to monitor and enforce these.
Financial infrastructure.
In addition to infrastructure needed to ensure effective and rapid transaction services, payments, and information and communications technology infrastructure, enabling support for electronic registries and credit reporting systems.
Acceptance and usage in Belize can be enhanced by the following cross-cutting drivers.
Innovative distribution channels.
Expand the geographic coverage of financial access points through the employment of technology and interoperable access channels.
Tailored financial products and services.
For individuals, agriculture finance, and MSMEs, promote varied products to meet the diverse needs of target populations.
Financial education and capability.
Equip consumers with awareness, understanding, and skills to make improved financial decisions.
Financial consumer protection.
Ensure the fair treatment of customers, including market safeguards such as transparency and disclosure.
This NFIS provides a coordinated and comprehensive roadmap to accelerate financial inclusion progress in Belize by setting forth a series of specific, outlined, and well-timed actions for a wide range of stakeholders. The intent is that these actions are aligned with the existing government and sector strategies, such as improve financial capability, efficiency and soundness of the financial system, access to finance and microinsurance, and modernization of the financial infrastructure, but specific to the goal of expanding financial inclusion in Belize.
The primary focus of the Economic Development Council is business climate reforms. And the specific area of financial sector development is one that we are particularly interested in because of the role that it plays in facilitating trade, in enabling people to invest in education, in enabling people to conduct small businesses, and to be able to have a daily financial existence. So therefore, this is one of the areas in which we provide a lot of interest and support in order to bring stakeholders together, both public and private sector, so that we can have a unified vision, and this is what the NFIS provides the opportunity for. By not embracing and implementing the National Financial Inclusion Strategy, we run the risk of missing out on opportunities to really improve what it is on offer in terms of financial services that will directly benefit business activity as well as daily existence of citizens.
As a banker, I find the National Financial Inclusion Strategy to be very important to the banking sector. I think it will help the banking sector in terms of economies of scale. I think it is going to help us to work together to promote local businesses, local professionals, local technocrats. And I think once we can work together, I think it is going to augur well for Belizeans, especially in the field of technology. We tend to think more in terms of competition than collaborating. And I think the National Financial Inclusion Strategy forces us to think in terms of collaborating with each other so that you can pool your resources, you can pool your strengths. And with that, I think Belize will be much better off for it.
It is a fact that many Belizeans are over-indebted. They don't know how to properly manage their financial affairs, and as a result, they are not financially independent. So we feel that a strategy like this would help them to become more knowledgeable about how to manage their financial affairs, and it would allow them to become financially independent.
The Ministry of Education support the National Financial Inclusion Strategy because we are aware of the importance of financial literacy. Our young people need to be financially literate if they are to succeed in this very competitive world. We want our young people to develop good practices. We want them to learn to save from a very early age. We want them to learn to budget. We want them to learn to decipher between wants and need, to plan for the future. And education can make this happen.
So having participated in the elaboration of the National Financial Inclusion Strategy, I'm witness to the fact that it has really taken different perspectives into account, including from the private sector as well as from the public sector and from stakeholders themselves. And so I'm in full support of the NFIS as prepared, because it really does unite those different perspectives in order to address some of the key challenges and opportunities in the context of financial inclusion in Belize.
I feel that it is in keeping with what we've been taught as children in Sunday school. The Bible teaches you must be your brothers and your sisters' keeper. It's about brotherly love. Not everybody is able to afford everything in a society. We just have differences in terms of status and wealth, etc. But I think if we're able to pool what we have, I think people can benefit from it. Even if you do not have it yourself, you can benefit from someone else who might have it.
My personal views about the National Financial Inclusion Strategy is summed up in 2 words, and those are at last. At last, there is a strategy at the national level which will allow regular people who are unbanked to have access to financial services.
One of the recommendations from the World Bank, based on their experience of implementing NFI strategies in more than 60 countries across the world, was to establish a NFIS technical secretariat to ensure consistent oversight of the NFIS implementation.
The NFIS Secretariat will be housed in the Central Bank, will support the financial inclusion task forces with responsibility for the implementation of the NFIS, will be guided by the Nfis Action Plan, will report achievements to the National Financial Inclusion Council.
The NFIC will provide high-level policy guidance and implementation oversight for the NFIS, ensure financial inclusion remains a focal priority across stakeholder institutions during the 4-year lifespan of the NFIS, will include the Central Bank, Office of the Prime Minister, and the Ministries of Finance, Economic Development, and Education.
For the purposes of this NFIS and to encourage a shared understanding of critical areas of engagement across stakeholders, the Government of Belize defines financial inclusion as the uptake and informed usage of a range of quality financial products and services by individuals and micro, small, and medium enterprises, provided in a manner that is accessible and safe to the consumer and sustainable to the provider.
Clear deliverables that Belize's NFIS hopes to achieve. 1. Strengthen financial capability of Belizean consumers. 2. Expanded financial service provision via mobile technology. 3. Expanded availability of financial products and services for women, youth, MSMEs, and agribusiness. 4. Increase trust in the financial system. And 5th, an established financial consumer protection framework.
The Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank of Belize are proud to introduce the NFIS to the people of Belize. It is not just a document, it is all about people in every part of the jewel, having access to and knowing how to use financial services wisely.
It is our national vision that every individual and enterprise in Belize is equipped to make full use of accessible, quality, and affordable financial services.
We are thankful to all our stakeholders for their support in this undertaking.
And we look forward to transforming the lives of every Belizean through innovative and sustainable financial products.